Now then, the economics of tourism. It is my great pleasure to invite on the screen, virtually, His Excellency Pedro Siza Vieira, who is the Minister of State for the Economy and Digital Transition. Please give a hand to His Excellency.
The COVID-19 pandemic has forced us to think very significantly about our collective way of organizing the life of mankind. Not only it has had a profound impact on economic activity, it has forced us to think about the foundations of our global civilization. After decades of growth of international trade, of international investment, of movements of people and goods, COVID-19 forced us all back into our homes. Of course, it has had an impact on tourism too, but more than that, it made us think about the way we interact with nature, the ability that a microorganism, a virus, can disturb so significantly our collective life. And by doing so, it has made us think afresh about a number of areas which we took for granted. It has also provided us an opportunity to rethink how we can organize the global economy and global society. Of course, this has forced the acceleration of the digital transition that we were already experiencing. All organizations, governments, companies, even citizens have resorted to the digital technology and have realized that the degree of maturity, the way that they have permeated our societies has allowed us to continue working and continue to function even with the impact that the restrictions that were determined by governments worldwide have determined. But the truth is that we have also had an opportunity to think how we get back to normality now that vaccinations across the world are allowing us to slowly get back to our normal life. And topics like the impact of climate change and the ability and the need to avoid the impact of human activity and the economy on our planet have been rethought. But we also can have the opportunity to put on more solid grounds or more solid foundations a number of activities which had a very significant impact. One of the areas where opportunity to rethink and better build back is the tourism activity. Before COVID, we were all complaining about over-tourism, how the excess of travelers were impacted on urban centers, on protected areas of nature. And we were thinking whether or not we should restrict circulation of travelers around the world, given the impact it has on our planet. Now that tourism has disappeared, we have realized two things which are very important. The first is that we do like to travel. Mankind has had an urge to travel, to expand across continents ever since it appeared. We were born as a species in Africa and spread around the world. And throughout the ages, we have gone to different places, we have interacted with others, and we have learned in the contact with different cultures. But also we realized that the impact of tourism in terms of economics, in terms of jobs creation, is an opportunity for good. So basically, we have realized how this over-tourism problem is something that needs to be managed and must be made consistent with the other two very significant positive impacts that tourism activity has. I do believe that the better management of resources using digital technologies, a more significant concern about diversification of destinations and better management of tourism flows can be facilitated by the use of new technologies, and that we can clearly balance the urge to travel and the need to have better economic impact from the tourism activity with a better management of resources and the safeguard of our planet. This is what we are committed to do in Portugal. We have just designed a strategy for the reactivation of tourism, taking advantage of the normalization of the epidemiological situation. And in doing so, we will be investing in new technologies and in supporting cities and companies in better managing resources and mitigating the impact of the tourism activity. We do believe that the world has got this hunger for travel, that the tourism will come back in force. But we must not just get back to normality, we must build a better future and a more resilient one. I do believe that this opportunity in Évora, this marvelous place full of history and surrounded by nature, is exactly an opportunity to discuss and evaluate the future of tourism. So I hope that you have the best experience and very good discussions in these 2 days going forward. Welcome to Portugal.